Hello, my name is Emily Weiniger with No Need for Gluten, a blog about living gluten-free. I decided this week to do a video blog about how much it costs to go gluten-free. Say you just got diagnosed with gluten sensitivity, or maybe you decided, hey, spring break's in 2 weeks and I want to lose some weight, I'm going to go gluten-free. Whatever the reason behind your dietary change, I decided that you probably want to know the cost. Everyone needs to plan their monthly food budgets, and I'm here to help. I recently read an article on manufacturing.net by Mike Stobe, a writer for the Associated Press. In his article, he stated that on average, Americans spend $7 billion on food labeled gluten-free. What's even more is about half of those people don't even have a reason to go gluten-free. There's no dietary restrictions, there's no medical necessity. They've just decided to change their diets. So, to make it easier on all of you, whether you have that diagnosis or not, I decided to go through my roommate's grocery bill. She's been living gluten-free for about 6 months, and therefore I've kind of started to figure out exactly what she spends money on. She also was nice enough to give me her receipt for this past monthly shopping experience. What I'm going to go over is just some basics that she does, some substitutes that she has as the gluten-free labeled products in that $7 billion spent, and the food that you just have to increase. The first thing on her grocery bill is going to be macaroni and cheese. She bought 5 boxes of it and spent $17. Something to note here is that when going gluten-free, you might want to bulk up a little bit more because you don't have as big of a selection as people that can buy anything at a grocery store. You have a limited quantity, why not bulk up so you spend less time running to the store? Again, like I said, 5 boxes for $16.95. That's about $4 per box. You're probably sitting there thinking, man, I bought a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese, Easy Mac, for maybe, let's say $2. Again, there is going to be a price difference. Another thing she bought was quinoa spaghetti. She bought 4 boxes and it cost her about $10. Again, that's about $2 per box. Me, on the other hand, my grocery bill right here, I spent $1.50 for 1 box of spaghetti. That's a 50-cent difference. She spent 50 cents more than me on essentially the same product. Again, it's just a substitute. Something else that she spends a lot of money on is going to be her soups, another thing that you have to substitute with gluten-free options. She bought 2 packages of tortilla soup and it cost her $10. That's $5 per 1 package of soup. When I go to the store when I'm sick and I want Campbell's tomato soup like my mom cooked it, it cost me 99 cents. Again, huge price difference. Another thing that you need to know is that there's going to be a little bit more difference on the other things you buy. You're going to have to increase your intake of produce, of meats, of dairy products. So again, I'm going to use her grocery bill and explain a little bit more what she buys. She is a big meat eater, but because she needs to get her proteins in, she does have to buy more. She can't just buy a package of Chef Boyardee and get her beef ravioli. She has to buy her beef, she has to buy gluten-free ravioli and make it herself. On meats, just on seafood alone, she spent about $24. Another huge category that you're going to have to pay attention to on your grocery budget is your produce. Hillary spent $75 on her produce. She bought fruits, she bought vegetables, anything that she could do to snack on, cook on, nibble on when she gets the late night munchies. She has to plan ahead. Again, produce is probably the bulk of her budget in addition to meat, just because meats have higher prices than produce. Another thing that I mentioned is deli. She likes to snack on cheese because she can't just go, pick up a box of Goldfish like I do. She has to plan ahead. Therefore, she gets fresh cheese from the deli section, which will cost her money. So again, it's not that big of a difference. Some things are going to be a difference of 50 cents, and some things are going to be a difference of maybe $12 or more. Just know that every month that you're living gluten-free, your budget's going to be a little bit on the higher size. Plan for this increase so that you can get the best bang out of your buck. If you have any other questions about going gluten-free, make sure you check out my blog, No Need for Gluten. That's all.